Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Tug. Oh my God, it's season 2! We're back! Oh my God, it's really season 2. I cannot believe that, just literally a year ago when Drag Race season 14 started, we started this podcast. Like, truly. I mean,
time flies.
You were there, so...
I was there, but I'm back this time, and I'm better, and I'm ready to... I will say, I'm not going to be as catty as I was the last time. Because, I realized that it's a challenge. There's a lot of steps that go into doing drag and, expressing yourself. So,
are you getting into drag? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, she's making her premiere. You'll just have to wait and see.
Wait, I'm excited for this.
Okay, the season 2 exclusive. Okay.
You heard it here first.
You heard her here first. Because if you're not listening to The Tuck, you're only getting half the story.
Half, baby.
Okay, so again, to all of our listeners, my name is Wellington. I am your host of The Tug, and I'm here with my other co-hosts that are going to be hosting this season of RuPaul's Drag Race. And Edward?
If you don't know, now you know. My name's Edward. Soon, I will reveal my drag name. But I'm super excited for this season, and we're going to get it rocking and rolling. So just stay tuned.
Sis, don't be afraid to put those lips on that mic.
Trust me, I'm not afraid to put my lips on anything.
Okay.
Y'all hear me now? Is this thing on?
If I had a nickel.
So
fuck my drag.
Oh my God.
We thought you didn't need an
How
introduction.
cunt of me. The one and only.
I'm your favorite bottom, Kevin, at k.evink on Instagram.
Right. So, thank you, Kevin, for being here today. And, of course, for all of our listeners that have listened to our podcast since day one, you guys know that our other co-host is Raymond. But Raymond is taking a break for season 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race as we cover here on The Tug. And he's going to be back for the other seasons.
Okay.
For UK versus the World, All-Stars. We all need our breaks to recharge.
Oh, I've been there for sure, and I cannot wait for All Stars. But let's get to this season.
Period.
So season 15, what were some of your, when they announced season 15, what were some of your, okay, I'm looking forward to this.
Sasha Colby is mother. The moment I heard that she was going to be on the season, bitch, this is going to be the motherfucking season. That's mother.
Right.
See, I actually had the opposite opinion, but not on no hating stuff. I think it was on miseducation. It was miseducation just because I thought since she was getting so much hype, I was like, all right, we've seen this before. I want to see what you bring to the table. And I feel like the person that caught my eye during that rollout, all bias, was definitely Lux, just because I've seen her perform live, and also Jax, and that's just because it's come on, East Side, let's get it.
Right.
Yes, East Orange, New Jersey, period.
It's orange, and I think that my biggest thing was that the twins, when I heard that the twins were gonna be on Drag Race, it was wow, that's low-key iconic, and I posted it on The Tug. Follow us at The Tug Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. I posted it. I was like, these twins are iconic in Drag Race world just for being the first twins that come on Drag Race. So it's work.
They really share that kinship. They said, you want to do drag? I want to do drag.
Right. I know they all be fucking. I know they be having threesomes. You can't tell me not a thing.
You think they have threesomes?
Girl, sugar, spice, and everything nice. I know they be come on over. And they be bottoming for the girls, for the trade.
I heard they're tops.
Girl, you saw their drag. They're not tops. Girl.
You never know.
Sugar and spice.
Top of TikTok, but not tops in real life.
Listen.
There's a bottom that needs topping.
This bottom has sugar in his tank.
Pooh, would you bottom for them? Would you bottom for sugar and spice?
Both of them at the same time.
At the same damn time. At the same damn time.
At the same time. Don't do that.
I don't know about all that, but I would definitely no, they're beautiful, but I don't think it's...
I can't fuck nobody with acrylics. The moment I'm getting my back cracked and I heard, take that dick, Miss Mama. Get out of my little Newark apartment.
I'm diabetic. No sugar for me. I have spice though.
So let's get into the season. So
Please.
The first queen that we see walk into the workroom is Irene Dubois. What do we think about Irene Dubois, and what do we think about her outfit?
I think I think she's a Seattle queen. So like you have Seattle queens like fucking Bendela Creme and Jinx Monsoon. So like you're already coming in with like that whole background of like those are amazing queens. Like Jinx is. I'm also looking at the queen. Sorry, Jinx is the queen. So to be like anywhere in that vicinity, like you need to excel in every way. Right. So I think she looks good.
I'll give it to her. She came in. She looks good. I feel like it's a brand where I can at least identify like, all right, this is your style, which is very like whimsical, fairy pop princess. And she looked good. And I love the boot heels that she was wearing. They're chunky, but they're cute.
We love chunky.
No, I thought that, it was a first good look. It was a great way to start the season. This doesn't look cheap. This doesn't look raggedy. The makeup is flawless. Her mug is there.
Oh, it's sitting.
It's sitting. And also, like, the prosthetic ears, like, it's hard to do that. And I appreciate the fact that it looks natural. Like, she took her time. So I love it. I also love the nails on hot glue to the gloves. To the gloves. Like, she's doing it. And
I like the mullet. The mullet is fine.
It's so cute.
It's low key. Like, she looks, like, put together. I think I can say about all these queens, like, there's really no booger boots here. Like, everyone comes in, like, on, like I haven't, like, looked at any of the queens, and we'll get to it later, that I looked at was like, oh, no, they look crazy.
I actually had the same sentiment. All of these season 15 girls know how to get dressed.
They brought it to the workroom.
They brought it to the workroom. Okay, so then we have Luxe Noir London. Straight from Jersey, straight from East Orange.
Boom.
Oh,
you know how we do?
What are we doing?
That's definitely not 20 inches. I mean, 40 inches. I know there was a full, like, debacle, but, like, it's
she said it was 40, and if it was 40, it was 40.
I love the 20-inch hair. I think that she looked amazing. Her mug is sitting. I love her. Any type of...
That's a lot of people.
Any type of representation from Newark or East Orange, I will take it because, I love this area.
Because that's where you're from.
And my body loves this area very well. I think she came in like that nude illusion is nude illusioning. Like, I know a lot of queens will walk in with like a nude illusion that does not match their body.
Right.
Hers looks like skin. So I appreciate that. And the mug is sitting. It feels good as fuck.
Fuck what you said, bitch. That's 40 inches. If she says it's 76, it's 70 fucking 6. Like, I'm with her all the fucking way. At the end of the day, she walked in, she pumped. That's one thing about this bitch, is she's gonna pump her way into any damn room. Looking gorgeous, and I do think she has such a calm, it's a soft cunt energy.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's not passive, like she's gonna go run groceries, but it's like, oh damn, she definitely, she got business to go to, like, get out her way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I thought that this was a great look to enter into the workroom. She looks fierce. She strut into that workroom. She was giving kind. And, it's 40 inches if she says it is.
Shit.
And who's gonna clock her, boo?
Me. That's why I get paid to do so on The Tuck. Follow on Instagram and Twitter.
Also, I really love her confessional look. Is really cute.
Iconic.
It's so cute. Like, I just love it all.
And the touch of pain.
We should do a segment where we guess if every queen's a top or a bottom. Because Irene's giving me bottom, and so is Luxe.
Luxe is definitely a power bottom. Irene, I could definitely see versing whenever she gets crazy.
And she crazy.
Yeah, foul. Power bottom for Luxe? No. I know that.
I mean, hold on. I'm a power bottom. What's wrong with that?
No problem with that.
The power bottom hate on this channel is getting crazy. Yeah, like, power verse.
My thing is, I feel like Luxe out of that wig is giving you what you need.
Acrylic bottom.
I love Luxe.
I'm a stan.
She look good.
So now we have Aura Mayuri, right?
I guess.
You got it right.
Okay.
You got it right.
ESL.
Wait, let's redo that. That's right.
Monet Exchange.
Monet Exchange.
Oh my God.
No, it's really no shade. Like,
it'd be these queens with the most intricate name. Like, how are you expecting us podcasters to get
the 3 is silent?
No,
it's
but
good.
honestly, that's not her fault. Like, you have whatever name you want to have. I just want to make sure that I'm pronouncing everybody the correct way. So, Aura Mayuri.
Yeah.
She's the third queen into the runway, into the workroom. She got me all tussled up. What do we think?
Plastic. It looks good. It's super polished, but I think, I don't know, it's so much like shimmer. Like the fabric is but I don't know. I feel indifferent about it. Like, it's not like, wow, monumental, like, I know who you are. It's like, it shows me like, all right, bitch, like, you didn't come to play. Right. Like, it's quality.
She definitely has money. You know,
if she had enough money, she would hide that wig line because it looked crazy.
If
they're gonna do one thing about MTV, they're gonna get that HD. And if you see her wig line girl, like, and she was talking about on Twitter about it, because like these girls, even with the preview, the girls were fighting already.
No, literally.
Which I lived. Like, I think that she looks good. Like her mug beat as a boy, definitely giving top energy. Like I think she looks good.
So she in that confessional room. Ooh,
trade, baby.
Oh my,
the trade.
Okay, so let's actually address that because there was a conversation on Twitter about what you think is trade and what actually isn't trade. I don't think she's trade.
I think when I think of trade, I think of straight like a Cameron Michaels. Like once they're out of drag, they look like a top. You don't think
Cameron Michaels looks like a top, but she don't look trade.
I think trade is when you can walk into, like, when you're passive enough that you could walk into the barbershop and you could like give like, yo, what's up, bro? Like,
yes,
da-da-da-da-da.
that's trade. Trade is your straight guy that fucks male booties. Like, trade is not, no.
And if you are like that, please follow me at k.evink on Instagram. Twitter is my full name.
No, but on some real shit, trade is not just like being a top. Trade is like legit trade. Like literally that you're someone that is into guys, of course, a gay guy, but you could literally pass a straight. That's what it's called, trade.
Like Edward.
Not.
I would trade that for another trade. Let's all do our best like DL trade voices.
Y'all really playing me right now. Like, y'all really wilding.
me. Oh yeah. Yo, what's good? How you been?
Yo, what's good?
Y'all are both masculine sissies. I can clock you. Once you send me that voice note,
Yo,
black.
Don't you ever fucking talk to me like
Yo,
that.
don't come for my boy like that. That shit was like low-key crazy.
Alright, so I did it. What's up?
Oh, no, you're turning me on a bit. Like after this tuck ends, we're
we were
fucking.
in the car, and he was giving trade, and I was like, "You need to stop it because I'm getting turned on, like please." And I wasn't wearing no panties. Anyways, let's keep going.
But she also like Aura Mayari when she came in, that bitch was doing a lip sync for your life. Like she was like, and you could tell because she was after like, "Hi girls, how are you doing?" Like that bitch was out of breath.
Right? No, she. I mean, you know, your favorite Nashville, Tennessee queen, and she's giving. I mean, she looks cute. She definitely gets like 4 stars.
She's definitely high energy. She's, I don't know. I feel that. Like, when I walk into that room, I'm gonna be like heart pumping, bitch, out of breath, just out of the nerves of excitement. Stuff.
Line.
The best entrance line to ever exist. Then we have Ariana Grande. No, I'm just kidding.
It's Jan.
Marsha. Also, I just want to say, Marsha. Just how I will bottom for Aura Mayari, I will top for you. Marsha is so beautiful.
You heard it here first. Wellington is a top. And we're back. Thank you so much for coming to your break.
Listen, Henny could turn anybody into a top. So.
I never said I was a top. I said I will top for Marsha.
Verse?
First of all, look at her. She's so cute. I love this little, like, the Jeffersons. I don't know.
It's a brand.
It's
Jeffersons.
a brand. It's definitely a brand. So I really, really, really like what she got going on. I could deal without the little tape on the nose. I know that it's like a nod, but like
it's not a little tape. That's just big as hell.
No, it's big as hell. You know, like,
I wish it was rhinestoned. Is that bad? Like
that would have been fun.
like for her to just like literally go into the first aid kit at World of Wonder, but like I need like a quick like band-aid. Like
Right.
bitch, like you're on the biggest stage of the world when it comes to drag.
Right.
Rhinestone your fucking bandage. Rhinestone your pussy.
gods.
Like sorry.
To the fucking gods.
Like
rhinestone that pussy. Okay, so moving forward, then we have that girl, Anitra.
this is my literal favorite queen from this season. Like I like have no doubt she's gonna excel in everything. That bitch looks the fuck good in the body. She made that outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she went from 21K, I believe, to like 1500K in like an episode.
Yeah.
Like that bitch is stomping. Like she looks amazing. And as of that is my trade. I would let her top me. Plus I see her. We both have bad skin.
Well, she said it first.
She doesn't look like she has bad skin in her confessional.
That's a filter, baby. Think MTV.
No, she did say it. She said she's not the best skin, but she is cute. You gotta give it to her. The look was good. Let's see, like the fucking, what's it called? The little headpiece?
Mm-hmm.
Bedazzled, rhinestone, whatever you want to call it.
Cunt.
It's elevated.
Right, it's elevated.
And the
it's
slit,
queen.
like the slit.
And take a moment for even the fabric. Like, I didn't even realize, like, the
And she
little
also
coat
made
is
that
snake
herself,
skin.
by the way.
It's cute.
She made it herself. That's what I like. Okay, good. So now we have
Oh wait, and also a very good entrance line too, because I loved when they pitched it. They're like, "How's your head?" She's like, "Disgusting." I was like, right on it. Like,
can
baby,
relate.
don't miss a beat.
I can relate. My head is filthy.
No, she really had a good entrance line. Interesting. So
After that, we end up having
Malaysia, baby doll, Fox.
Oh,
That girl. So
What does the fox say?
Right. Malaysia is giving, she's giving us Atlanta drag. She's giving us pageant drag. Even
I thought she was from Miami.
I know she's from Miami.
The girls are fighting.
I know she's from Miami, and I was just about to correct myself. I know she's from Miami, but I'm talking about that
elegance,
that Atlanta pageantry drag,
that glamour.
She's giving that,
It's glamour.
And I'm sure that she'll say that she was, she looks up to some of the queens that we love from Atlanta.
And she works with the city girls. Like that bitch, like she is booked and busy. And it's crazy. Like this is the first, like this is season's a lot of first, like first Connecticut, first Miami. Like it's crazy to think she's the first Miami. With all these seasons we've had, like I went to a Miami drag like establishment called Palace. Those bitches were giving.
I like how you're telling people, like, I go to this one place in Miami, like, called Palace. Like, it's not literally the biggest club in Miami.
Okay, anyway, so I went to the Palace. The queen went to the Palace. And bitch, like, if you could do day drag, you could do MTV drag. Because if you could look good at 2 p.m. sunlight with mimosas hitting, girl, you could hit whatever.
If you could do day drag, you could do anything. You can run for president at that point. Honestly, no shade.
We did it, Joe.
Rue for press.
Imagine.
Now we have Miss Poppy.
I love poppers, so the name stuck out for me. Another white twink, I'll take it. I don't mind.
Poppy, Princess Poppy, of course.
And I think that she looks good.
She looks good. Yeah, she has a face.
Absolutely.
The baby can definitely.
I can feel the shade like resonating from your body. Say it.
No shade. I think for an entrance look, it is a little flat, but she sold it well. She was goofy with it, and I think she kind of said that where she gives a princess, but like her, I guess, drag is kind of like quirky and goofy. Like, and the shorty puts her damn ears in her ears. Like, I don't know. I liked her.
She gives me Miss Cracker. Like very like subdued Miss Cracker. Like if you left a cracker in like water and it got like a little soggy. I'm hungry.
I'm sure that the fact that you're explaining that as a positive way, like amazing. She looks amazing.
Work.
I thought it was cute, and her face again.
She's also funny. Like if you go on her Instagram, like I remember looking at all her Instagram captions. Like that bitch is funny. Right. So I feel like she's gonna be good at like comedy.
Well, yeah, we definitely see that throughout, and that's why I was gonna say, I'm like, she definitely wins my heart. Like when they walk into the workroom, I do try to have as much as a non-biased like mindset to it, because at the end of the day, I'm like rooting for like the New York bitches that I've like seen. I'm like, okay, like I'm rooting for you, but everyone else, I'm like, you really got to show me what you bring, and I think through the episode she shows that.
I agree.
Right. Just make sure to talk into the mic.
I will.
Okay. So now we have the one and only
moment of silence.
Sasha Colby.
Bitch, this is my second favorite. I think that like just the name in general, like that bitch only just said period, and she had those bitches gagging. She barely need to even say her fucking name for these bitches to go crazy. Like imagine being back there sitting on that table and then you see her walk in. It'd be like, well, girl, I'm gonna be 4th or 5th out.
First of all, this look, it's like literally like so sexy. Like this entrance look is like, wow.
I like the entrance look a lot. I think, yeah, she's the body. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. Like,
the body of the season.
Always the face and always the body.
Always the face, always the body, always the talent, always
cut.
Cunt as hell. Like, this is Sasha Colby. The girls were literally shook into their boots.
She ran so Carrie could
crawl.
Stand.
Shade. It's no shade, but like Sasha Colby really just like brings like this is House of Colby. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, this is
no
mother.
Shade to
Carrie was the door. She's the house.
No, Carrie's the daughter. She's the mother. That's it.
That's it. End of story.
End of story.
Cut it.
No, great. Sasha Colby definitely doing amazing things, and you can definitely see her passion in just the way that she, that she carries herself. She's Miss Continental. She's that girl. She comes from Hawaii. She's truly a lot about her culture. I saw in her Instagram how she said that the reason why she wore this to the entrance is because for her culture, tattoos mean like when you get a tattoo is when you go through something very impactful.
Like a warrior stage.
So like she's been through shit, you know, she's definitely like, you know.
She's definitely probably has, you know, a storyline where she's overcome things, and I can only imagine how much harder things were before the world of social media that we have. Yeah. Everything on our fingertips. So she's overcome that, and to show it in her entrance look, she dominated, and yeah, she's winning our hearts every day more and more.
No, she's definitely.
She won everything about me. Like she won everything for me. Like she already won for me.
So then, after Sasha Colby finally walks in, she's the last girl out from the first group of queens that walk into the workroom, and then we have someone dressed as Vivacious.
Mother has arrived.
Like, I was gagging.
I didn't know where it was going at that point. I was like, hold on.
Either.
We were in the bar, and we were literally like, the entire room was like, wait, like, it could be any queen still. Like, are we still doing queens? Like, who the fuck could it be?
Right. Also, like, we were already on a high because that day, the night before, we saw Roxy Andrews perform live and ate that performance up.
When I tell you, like, also for all my viewers who watch Dragula, we also met the winner of Dragula Titans, Victoria Elizabeth Black, and she was the nicest, person
so nice.
ever.
Looked sexy as fuck.
She looked good, like, and she said we smelled good.
She said, "Oh my god, you guys smell so good." And also, I just want to make it clear and make it a point that she was super, super nice. And
so nice.
Because I've met some drag queens that have been on TV, and they're not always the nicest. You remember me from the Work the World tour. You know who you are.
You saw them tweets?
You know who you are. You were rude as fuck.
But we'll still have you as a guest on the tuck.
Yeah, what's the interview?
Come on down.
Come on down. Let's get sickening. Anyways, moving forward. Yeah, it was just an amazing trip. We saw Roxy Andrews perform, and she was just giving.
I gave her a $20 bill, which explains why I'm broke now from that trip, because I'm like, take my money. Like, that bitch, like...
She was so good.
And her body, like, her mug, her presence is like...
So, shout out to Southern Nights in Orlando, because they also... I like something that one of the... he was a drag king. He was hosting. He said, we make our own outfits over here. Okay, baby? And they all looked snatched. So shout out to Southern Nights in Orlando.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. You guys have some quality queens, and I loved everything about Southern Nights. So
and the Malibu Babe Reese's, I had 4 of those, and I was blacked out drunk.
Such a good experience.
$29.
Love it out there. But yeah, so then we have Little Miss Vivacious out here, and then the reveal of the season is Ariana Grande.
I was gagged. At first, I'm sitting there thinking like,
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I should have said it before.
Oh, let's stick to lip syncing.
Who sings that? Let's keep it that way.
So she walked into the room, and I didn't know they were gonna just give us all 16 queens straight through. I was like, all right, obviously it's not gonna be like a double premiere type of situation as last season.
Right.
And when she pulled it, you best believe I was in my living room twirling and gagging.
Twirling and swirling.
Twirling and twirling.
And swirl.
I don't need to hear anything else. She twirled and swirled.
She twirled and twirled.
And mother arrived.
Have you ever performed before?
I'll have you know I twirled and swirled in New York City. Shout out to Erica Clash from Dragula Titans. That was the most iconic. Me and Wellington say that like literally like, what are you doing? Twirling and swirling in New York City.
Swirling in New York City. She needed to let the girls know.
But did she twirl?
Ariana Grande, iconic. She walks in. You know, of course, this is not the first time that Ariana has been on Drag Race, but still, this is the first time that Ariana has been on Drag Race as the mega star that she is. So the impact of her being on Drag Race this time is definitely different.
She said it herself that the first time she was there was pretty much after the video shoot of Bang Bang. So she was probably just all new to it. Now she has her dominance. She knows how to own what she's doing and really live the moment. So I'm happy for her.
Who would y'all want as like the next season to be like the queen that comes in, like the fucking premier celebrity?
So I was thinking that it was gonna be a female rapper. I think we were talking about this, and I was like, it's probably gonna be Doja or
Bad Baby.
It's probably gonna be Doja or Megan or
How do you feel if Megan was hosting?
I think it would be Doja, Megan, or Cardi B.
I don't think that, because I feel like the reason that Nikki was brought onto the show was because of the fact that she's like the queen of her industry, of what she does, which is female rap, such as Ru being like the queen of his industry right now. Like, you could put out other shows, but like his platform is his platform. So I think that was the point of that. Similar to like Ariana, she's dominating the pop scene and R&B pop at this moment. And you know, it's about bringing someone who is up there. And I feel like the people you mentioned, like Doja is brilliant, Megan is brilliant, but it's like it's just a moment right now where they're still coming up. You know what I mean? They're only like a few.
So Cardi B. I think Cardi B could do it.
Cardi B would be sickening, no?
Bring the put the barb to the side.
Babes, I'm giving
Cardi B had a whole show on Netflix. It was called Rhythm and Flow.
And it got canceled after one season.
Okay, and it's fine. And it's fine.
I'm not,
because if you're not watching the
so you mentioned I didn't say anything, but y'all are trying to like really pull my barb card right now, and I'm gonna have to G-check y'all right back. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying here is it's not no shade to her, no shade. The thing is that the following's not there. The following isn't there. Shorty has following. All right, well maybe she should do a world tour, and when she does, then we can talk, and maybe she has the opportunity to be on Drag Race as a fucking debut. But she's not
about world tours.
It's about what you can do for the brands, and I don't think that the following that she attracts
so
to
who
listen.
Do you think Hillary Clinton?
No, I think Bernie Sanders would be a fucking better choice.
If he's alive by next year.
He will. He's going to be... Well, let's not get into that.
That was kind of hot, like, you going that passionate.
Well, like... I'm just trying to speak into the mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who would be a good choice for it right now?
I think they'll do something like a Sam Smith, like who's kind of like dominating, or maybe like...
Who's the one that Unholy with him?
Kim Petras.
I think Kim... Wait, what?
No. She's not... No shade, but she's not like premiere. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't it crazy that season 13 didn't have a premiere guest?
Neither did season 13.
I just said season 13.
Oh.
Sure, Jan.
Wait, who do they have?
RuPaul. Because it was like COVID times, but like I saw Candy Muse tweeting about it, and she was like crying in season 13.
Oh yeah, season 13 didn't have one. I remember seeing Candy tweet a lot about a lot of things, because when season 14 came, it's like more open. Yeah. So like they had to miss out on a lot of things. I don't know. I mean, Ariana Grande was definitely a big one. I feel
Cher.
You know,
Cher would be good.
That would be iconic.
I know Miley Cyrus has already been in it, but I see Miley Cyrus coming back. Okay. You know, I can see
Hannah Montana.
I can see Selena Gomez. You know, the pop girls, Britney.
Britney would be monumental.
I could see them bringing Christina. You know, like
Christina would be good. Oh, they had Christina.
But I can see. I mean,
but as a premiere, and I feel like now where the platform is at, where it was at even 5 years ago,
right?
It's insane. It's doing numbers.
I would love for them.
Mariah Carey would be a good choice too.
I would love for them to bring Nene Leakes as a guest host one week.
MTV producers, if you come across this, let's get her on the next season.
Nene Leakes as a Drag Race judge, like 1 week, she would like gag the girls. Like
I'm tuned in.
I would so there. Anyway, so as the show continues, Ariana is announced as the guest premiere judge of the week. And then RuPaul comes out and he tells the girls that the first mini challenge of the season is a nod at season 1, where the girls came in and they had to do a photo shoot by a car while they were getting sprayed with water. To me, that is the most disrespectful shit you can do. Bring me into Drag Race in this expensive-ass drag and tell me that it's about to get wet.
But they definitely know, like, before, like, bitch, like, whatever outfit you walk in, it has to be sickening, but it has to be durable. But I know them bitches' hip pads were wet for, like, literally, like, 2 weeks. Like,
yeah. I know them shit stunk. Like, ooh, muggy.
Muggy pussy.
No, but I think it was a great idea, and I love the fact that it brought it all the way back to, you know, be at season 15 and reflect where it began at. And also the quality. Like, geez. Look.
Even in the hose. Like, the hose from season 1 was, like, a little, like, outside hose. Like, this was a hose.
Right.
Like, it just looked good.
It was the definition of $1 in a dream that season. And he made it happen. Like, Ru really made that shit happen.
Made it happen. You know, and it was also filmed in 1 week. You didn't know that?
Shut up.
Season 1 was filmed in 1 week.
You heard it here at the Tuck.
1 week.
1 night only.
In 1
So they
week.
probably did like 3 challenges in a day?
Like they would just film all day.
So how many episodes was it? Hold on.
I think season 1 was only like a couple episodes. Every first season is not like as long as it is now.
Of course.
It's like, you know, it's the pilot season. They have to sell it. A network only buys a certain amount of episodes.
1 week.
But it was all filmed in 1 week. I remember because I also read how Michelle Visage was not... the reason why Michelle Visage was not a judge from the beginning is because she, at the moment... isn't it crazy how the world comes around full circle?
Yes.
Michelle Visage worked for CBS Radio.
Okay.
When Drag Race season 1 started. And CBS now has merged with Viacom and Drag Race is on MTV. So technically
it's back
under CBS in a way. But anyways, this was on Logo. She worked at CBS Radio. She said they're shooting a show they want me to be a judge for. And they're shooting it all in 1 week. Can I please take a week off in order to shoot that show?
Okay.
Her boss said no. If you go shoot that show, you're done here. And she couldn't really like let go because that was her full-time job. She was a radio host.
Oh my gosh.
She was working radio. So she was like, I couldn't do it. And isn't it crazy that the same company that told her no, now that Drag Race is on it and she's like who she is?
Wow.
I'm glad that she did start like season 3 because I feel like they got all like the nicks out and everything for season 1 and 2. And when she came, like that bitch like is so watered down now with her like reads. I feel that bitch was ruthless, and that's why I live for Michelle. Like she really is like the bad cop.
And the thing is that everyone, they're just like sensitive now. I feel like everyone gets butthurt. At the end of the day, I mean, okay,
she has a job.
Exactly. I feel like when it's coming from her, because I'm not gonna lie, like I know there's been times that I've said shit that's out of pocket on here, but I feel like when I rewatch, I'm like, damn. Like, so maybe she has those moments where she rewatches and she's like, let me, you know, keep it cute for the girls.
I also think that like when it comes to watching Drag Race, like I know I sometimes see on Twitter how some people be like, oh, you can't talk on Drag Race if you're not a queen, or you can't talk on this. No, that's not how it is, because even when you watch American Idol, you're gonna say she bombed that song or she's really good. You don't need to be a platinum record selling artist to say that someone knows how to sing or not, right? So I don't need to be a drag queen to say that looks good, that doesn't look good. We watch this show. It's been 15 seasons of the show. We see the trends of the judges when they say good or bad. We know what good drag looks like. We know what bad drag looks like. So everybody can have an opinion. Now, you don't need to be hateful. You don't need to be disrespectful. You don't need to be calling people out their names. But I will have an opinion. And if you don't like it, then fuck you.
You heard it. She said what she said.
I said what I said, because I'm tired of that bullshit every time I see on Twitter, like, oh, if you're not a drag queen, you should not be speaking out. No, you're just mad because you left the competition and you wasn't asked back. You know who I'm talking about.
I think it's with limits, because yes, we're allowed to like make our calls, but I feel like when you see when you see when you see
the Tuck. Instagram and Twitter at the Tuck
Podcast.
Oh, she popped off. That's it. I'm gonna give it to her.
She be getting on my
we gonna judge it. We gonna judge it.
Oh my god.
But we love for you to become a guest here.
Oh my
no,
Lord.
but it's for real. Like, stop being so damn sensitive and trying to like police everybody's thoughts. Like, nobody's trying to be hateful. Nobody's trying to be rude.
Like, there's a reason why these bitches are on like a TV show. Like,
right.
Like, you don't want us to watch. You don't want us to talk.
Like, stop. Like, you guys.
But like, to what point? Because I agree with what you're saying. We could make our judgment on it as long as, we're keeping it respectful. We're not calling nobody out their names. But it's like, you're not about to like think about it. I don't know. I just think about like when I'm on there, and then they're gonna like, I'm gonna have to deal with bitches dogging me.
Yes, and if you go on there,
and we're here to defend you.
And also, but if you go on there and you have a bad wig and a bad hairline, I'm gonna say you have a bad wig and a bad hairline
on the Tuck.
But that's a real sister. That's a real sister.
But also, it's at the end of the day, it doesn't take me being a drag queen to understand that your nails look ratchet, your heels are beat, your padding is all fucked up, and your wig is fucking thin.
Damn, bitch, you alive?
I don't need, like...
You sound like Jeffrey Boyer Chapman from Canada's Drag Race.
And your makeup is patchy. I don't need to be a drag queen to see that. You know what I'm saying?
That's valid. That's valid.
My point. Now, when I see good drag, Sasha Colby, Anitra...
All drag is valid, except Serena.
No, because I feel like that's like the same thing to say. Well, I mean, all drag is valid. Similar to OTA, but it's like when the ballroom queens get tight, that shit goes down, and it's given to the the true element of where it started and began. So it's like one of those things. It's like you got to know the history. But to your point, when you're someone that's like a seasoned and watching it, and you know what's good and what's bad, it's fair in that case.
All drag is definitely bad. Not all drag is good. You can put
that on a shirt.
You can put yourself in any drag that you want. That doesn't mean it makes it good.
Okay.
And I'll be here to call it out. Moving forward.
So don't get your feelings hurt.
Work.
Yeah, and y'all can call me whatever. Go ahead, baby. Moving forward, we see the girls are cackling and
twirling and swirling in that workroom.
And twirling. So we see that the winner of the mini challenge is Irene Dubois.
She had to win something.
She looked good. She looked good.
She looked good. She ate that picture. It was a really good picture.
I just love that they get to go outside. I remember in All Star season 1 when they had the queens on the fucking streets like interviewing people like, oh shit, grab my pussy. Like I miss that type of drag where they can like, or even like regular season 2 when they went to the fucking thrift store. I miss that shit. Now they could never do that now.
Right.
You have the Reddit girls over there like this.
Right. Like and
that'll be me. I'm a Reddit girl.
So then, after they announced that Irene Dubois is the one that wins the mini challenge, then while this is happening in stage 3, then we go to the other side of production where the next group of queens are going into the workroom.
Production cleaning everything up. I know wigs were misplaced. Like, where the fuck is my iron? Right. Where is my lash glue? Like,
the ladies cleaned everything up so the new girls that are about to walk in don't get the hint that other people were already there. And the first girl that walks in is Selena Estides.
You had some things to say about this queen, Pooh, if you want to just, you know.
Okay, so I'm just, let me have my moment.
Go ahead, girl.
I'm going to have my moment real quick. So, I just want to preface this with the fact that, good, great, amazing for you, so happy that you're on Drag Race.
Shade.
My thing is, I understand that you were skeptical of Sugar and Spice.
STDs.
Of Sugar and Spice when they first walk into the workroom because everybody was, because they're like, social media queens and whatever, cool. But I feel like, just like Mistress, as soon as you saw them perform and them come out on that runway and give good drag, you should have backed off. And then I see Untucked, which is filmed right after the episode, and you're still giving faces every time Sugar and Spice are talking, and it's just, to me, it's like, you're coming off as a hater, and it's like, why? It'd be the same queens that go on social media and say that it should be about support, it should be about things, and they do that to each other?
Brita filter.
Well, that's a different story. Brita was something else.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Why are you, like, Mistress, as soon as she saw that they were, okay, word. Cool, I'm good with that.
But I don't think she was ODing or she was capping or anything.
Like every word that Sugar and Spice said, they always pan to Serena, either rolling her eyes.
Girl, you need to understand
also, not Serena, Selena.
But it's also the way that production does it. Because what if that bitch was rolling her eyes to something else? You know what I mean? I don't think that she was being catty. I think we could see something a lot nastier. But to bring it to Selena Estides, I love that bitch. I love anything representation. If I relate to it, I'm like 10 even better. You know what I mean? I love the way she walked in. I love that it's like that, sexy West Coast cholo look.
I don't have to love it.
That's fair, but you can't say that it's not a brand. The same way that the twins have a brand, I think she has a great brand on her hand.
Oh, I'm not talking about her brand. I'm talking about her hating energy.
Well, I'm the one to talk about her entrance look.
She looks cute.
Okay, but I think she showed more than hating energy. I think the bitch was funny. She had the charisma. She was goofy as fuck. She really owned it walking into that room. Like, I feel like it's a choice to sit there and just view the hate. And I feel like there will be an episode where she's going to win your heart. If you haven't done it yet, I think so. Because I was like that too with the twins. The same way. Like that first night of premiere, I got lit as fuck. I was in my room pissed off. And it was a little bit of my own bitterness. Because I'm like, well, damn, if these bitches is just doing drag on TikTok, what the fuck can I do it? You know what I mean? But I then rewatched it 3 times sober.
For women in business, get the fuck up and work.
Period. No, and that's absolutely valid. So therefore, that's like a moment of reflection. And I think she'll have a moment where she realizes that the twins they're bringing it.
So what you're saying is give her grace.
Give her some grace. This is episode 1. The only bitch we're gonna like really like put the fucking shoe in. I'm gonna get to that bitch's ass in a few seconds. I'm gonna get there. Just go ahead.
Okay, so because of my co-host, I'll give Selena some grace.
Thank you.
Anything for Selena's.
I'll give her some grace. But at the end of the day, again, I do like the entrance look. She's putting.
So you're Yolanda, basically. That's Selena. You're Yolanda.
No, I don't want to kill her.
I feel like it's gonna be like a story arc with you and her, like you and Monet. Because in the beginning, you and Monet were like.
I really didn't like Monet.
And now, like, we live.
And you have to understand that when I say I don't like Monet, I don't mean I hate Monet X Change the person. I'm saying this character that is playing on TV in front of me. I'm not talking about you as a person when you're out of drag in CVS buying an enema. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about
us before the trip.
on Drag Race, this character, this TV show.
What you're presenting to us.
Yeah, I'm not talking about personalities and like real people. Like, calm down. Like,
all right. Well, obviously, they're in the room. They're practicing for the one night only.
I think there's more queens to come.
No, definitely. So, she was the first, and then
oops.
Then we have straight from Connecticut, Amethyst.
I just got it the other day that it's amethyst, like amethyst, you know, right? Like,
no, I think it's just Amethyst.
That's her birthstone, babe.
Amethyst.
Okay, my mind went other places. Oops.
Well, that was a great drag name, though.
Right?
Amethyst.
Can you take a fist?
I'll pass.
Go fish.
So kind.
Amethyst, she looks good. I mean, like,
all right, I'll be real. I'm gonna be the bitch who talks about it.
Now the girls don't feel it.
No, because the bitches is...
We have the police over here, the sentimental police. Now the girls can't eat the girls.
No. We gonna eat bitches.
Go listen to episode 1, season 1 of this podcast.
All right, we was a little catty back then. I'm gonna still be catty, but it's not, with purpose and with reason. I think that Amethyst, real shit. If I'm gonna tell you how I feel, it gives me potential and hope. Like, no disrespect, like, I think she's very two-dimensional. On top of the fact that no tea, no shade, but the outfit was $43. They done posted the website that she bought it off of. It was $43. It was an entrance look. Like, I will find the tweet and we will post it up here. It is what it is. But with that said, I think that they cast her with a purpose, and it's to give bitches like me that hope. So it's like, bitch, if you come across this and you caught it as shade,
a lot of these things.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, bitch, it was cheap, but she made it look good. The fuck? Like, I'm gonna say what the fuck I said.
She came on Drag Race cheap looking, so girls like me with no money can feel good about themselves at home. That was the best way you can arrest a bitch.
Pageant queen.
Like, did you catch that shit?
The way you read her so anonymously.
Amethyst looks so cheap, and I know why they did it, because they wanted to make girls like me, ordinary girls, feel good about themselves.
Is she your mother?
Like, she just might be, bitch, because she gave me hope. I'm like, damn, like, I could do this. Like, it gives you when bitches walk in there with a $5,000 dress, you're like, oh, these bitches done did it. Like, da. Right. But when you see these, the youngins, and not young in age, but young in the industry, you're like, fuck, bitch, it's never too late for me to start.
Right.
So, yeah.
I think it's funny also that every queen is saying, like she said it, like Princess Poppy, like, I had a TikTok viral video go around, not knowing what's going to be stomping in at the end. Like, they're all like, yeah, like, I'm on TikTok and everything, not knowing that, like, the TikTokers of drag are coming in, which I thought was so funny.
Did you know the TikTok queen twins before the show, or no?
I did. I saw them all over TikTok.
I didn't.
Yeah, I did.
But do you know the most followed queen from TikTok is? Plastique Tiara.
Period.
Okay.
So give her motherfucking flowers and followers. She's cut.
Okay, next we have Jax!
Exclamation point.
What do we think?
We did not mean to give that silence.
No,
we did not.
What do we think? First of all, he's cute out of drag. And also, what do we think about this look? I like it. I like the red hair. And I also like the little, like, I feel like it's very on brand because she's all about gymnastics. So she's a cheerleader. She's that. I like it. It's a cute entrance.
I love Jax. I do think that it's cute.
There we go.
All right, let me get into it. I love you, bitch. But my thing is, I do think maybe a little bit of padding. Like, maybe if she wore some titties or some hips. But being that the bitch didn't know she was going to have to back tuck at any fucking point, for her fucking life. Because think about it. If you just watched last season, these bitches was lip syncing day one. I'm wearing something comfy, bitch. I'm wearing platform heels. So that way I could wop up to the left, wop up to the right. And win my motherfucking, and stay for that week or whatever the fucking case is. So I think she came in prepared for any situation. But I wish maybe either the thing was a little like more cinched and we saw a little more body. But besides that, I think it's on brand. She looks good. And I do think she really pops off in and out of drag. Like makeup and in boy, I'm like,
As someone who is second place in NCAA College Cheerleading Nationals, I can appreciate her. I could appreciate the cheerleader representation. I think she looks good. I feel like the wig is a little out of place. I feel like I get what she's going for. Same with the Jan, like that sporty type of look. I just was a little underwhelmed with the outfit. I feel like that bitch killed it later in the episode. So I was expecting a little bit more with the outfit, but I think the mug is right. She look good. Cute little bottom.
Well, next we have Lucy LaDuca.
I loved her entrance line. The Lucy, you have some slang to do. Like the reference to I Love Lucy. That bitch got body. That white lady has body.
No, she
looks good.
Body is body.
Her voice, I love. Love the voice.
I love her.
Not her singing voice, but her voice.
I love her entire look. You know, I think this is a great press play, babe. I think this is a great.
Yes, intern, press play.
This is a great entrance look. It looks cheek. It looks Barbie. Chic.
Work.
Anyways, yeah, she
about to beat you up.
I really like the hair.
I don't gotta ride home after this.
I love big hair, so I really appreciated the fact that she has some big hair on herself. You know, the cinched waist. It just looks cute.
I think she looks good.
Yeah.
Right out of motherfucking shelf of fucking Toys R Us, it's a Barbie. Like, she looks good. The fucking
from a Connecticut Toys R Us,
and the proportions are perfect. Like, I don't know, it's classy, it's elegant. It's also
Amethyst couldn't wait to have this. Oh my God, it's my friend on Drag Race.
5 New York girls.
them bitches had a group chat. You know damn well.
You remember what was it? Canada's Drag Race when they had that big. I think season 2 that they had that like one of the girls was like, "Oh my God, your hair!"
Oh, the Brat Pack, like Kendall Jenner, Cynthia,
like,
and Gia.
Girl, like, you know, Amethyst was waiting to have this moment with the bring a Connecticut girl.
They went from 0 Connecticut queens to 9 to Connecticut versus the world.
Connecticut versus the world versus Sasha Colby.
Versus literally.
Oh.
And it's all fun shade before people start crying. Next we have
Eureka O'Hara. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna have queens for.
Yo, that's just funny. Like that's
right? Like fuck, like we just having fun, bitch.
Like,
that's
just fucking funny. She does look like Eureka. You gonna tell me she does?
No, right, bitch. You gotta be bugging to say she don't, and like that's just off face, bitch. That's just off face, ho. But the drag
is
the heel, the pussy heel.
Listen, that bitch had a purpose to wear that pussy heel. She said, you know, these fat bitches be breaking their ankles every season. So what the fuck I'm gonna do? I ain't wearing no motherfucking big old heel. I'm gonna wear a little whoop, Easter heel. Boom, bitch. We there and I'm winning the crown. She looks good. She knows how to dress to her fucking size. It looks beautiful with the black. I love the way the fuck she does her hair. I think it's been a while since we've seen a queen do like the full darkened roots, like spray painted on. She's elegant.
She looks really, really good. She is
fucking regal.
You know, from beginning to end, from top to bottom, from side to side.
Back to bottom.
She looks amazing. I love this hair. I love the outfit. She looks regal. She looks expensive. She looks like she's been doing this for a very long time.
And she's young though. She's a younger queen though.
She's young.
I like how she like you could tell that she pays homage to a lot of like the older queens that she's been around. No, she's from Texas.
She respects the older queens. She respects what she sees above from her. She, you know, strives for that, and she looks fucking good.
I was crying when she de-dragged and they said she looked like the owner of a pizzeria, and then the production played like the Italian pizzeria music in the background. Like, y'all don't have to do that.
But it's also like, you know, Mistress, like,
I like the name too, like Mistress. Like, that bitch is a queen. Like, I'm living.
No, definitely living. Mistress Isabel Brooks.
My favorite thing Mistress did, and this was before the show started, is when she's like, "Oh, I'm not big. I'm just big bone, but my heart goes out to the plus size girls."
Right.
Sent me on the floor.
No,
I was
Meet the Queens was good.
I was like, no, bitch, you are like, I'm always there.
Her Meet the Queens was good.
So then we have who I am claiming to be the face of the season. We have Robin Fierce walks into the motherfucking workroom, and oh my God, like, I just love this look.
Gorgeous.
I'm sorry, she looks gorgeous and regal, and she looks just expensive in body, face, smile, look like
the mug.
She was selling Best Buy TVs too. I remember I saw her Meet the Queens, like, and then there's a picture of her. We'll post on the tuck of her in full drag, full geesh, like with the Best Buy uniform.
She said she used to sell TVs while she was in drag.
Yeah, Shorty would leave a gig, go right back to the next gig.
Sell you the HD TV and then go back to the gig.
And
with the fucking life insurance. Like, she's like, "Oh, you want to put some insurance on this? 2 years guaranteed."
I have a TV, but I'd buy it from her again.
And of course, she's another Connecticut queen. So,
ooh, and there's some love in the air. Apparently, Amethyst and her had relations before, which is we're gonna get into later. But the girls were fighting on Twitter already too. I don't know if y'all saw. They were fighting.
What were they saying?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. So basically, Robin saw the preview for the next episode when they get into it more and was like, I had to see myself and then some other queen talking about my situation. And then they were tweeting back and forth like, girl, you saw it. Like, you heard what you said. They didn't air it.
You left me in the same place.
Literally.
Like what?
Okay, bitch, I'm not Twitter. I'm not going to be pulling it up.
Anyways, we're going to get to it. What I will say about Robin is, and I didn't realize, stop shaking that, goddammit. I didn't realize this, but like she does have her duct tape out. Like you could see the duct tape through the wig line. And because I watched it again sober, I got to catch like every little comment these bitches made. And I think it was Mistress who was like, oh yeah, she looks good, but her duct tape, she says it later on. And yeah, I can't get my eyes off of it afterwards, but I do think at the end of the day, she's a fucking beaut.
So then we have the gag of the season. In comes in 2 power bottoms, Sugar and Spice, giving you cunt.
I know me and Wellington were kind of like on the fence with them before. They were like, like they're gonna be cute, a cute little gag for the season. Like every season's gonna have that, like, oh my God, this happened. So bitch, good. Like literally, they are fucking cunt. And my favorite thing about them thus far is that like you were saying before, where like Selena's throwing shade, like them bitches just have the best way to deflect it. Like these are TikTok girls. They get all that hate. Like they know how to take negativity and run with it and not let it affect their positivity.
I don't even think that they caught the shade half the time. Like I really don't think so. Because every time they were trying to be shady and ask them a shady question, they're just like, yeah, but we're just excited. Like they're in the moment. They're just living
they're
their
like
fantasy.
Valentina, like in their own like world. Like they're just there to have fun.
I think what Kevin is trying to say is that
Thank you.
Social media queens kind of are more prone to understanding how hate works because they actually live in that social media world where like they're looking at every comment. You know what I'm saying? Some of the queens that start Drag Race not through social media, but because just from them experiencing
like Baby Fox.
Like right when they start Drag Race like that, they may not really care what the comments say because they live on stage and they go to a club. They can forget about it. They don't really have to rely to the comments. But when you're a queen that started on TikTok, every comment makes a difference to you. You're looking at every comment. So I feel like they definitely become, a little bit proficient in a way of like the comments don't get to them. So they're able to like kind of like, I'ma just let it fucking roll off.
Water off a duck's back.
Some insider tea too, like some inside tea, like they didn't audition.
No way.
They were asked to be on the season.
They ran into a producer, right?
All I heard was like they didn't audition, like the whole process. They literally were like basically like college scouted to be on the season. Isn't that a gag?
That's actually kind.
Like that's kind.
I'm sorry.
And they're humble at that point. Like if y'all looking for me, and they really walked into that workroom as humble as they did, like they won my heart even more.
Like, and if I believe you, but if this is allegedly true, like I just feel like. Some people might use that against them, but why? Like if you're that good, if you're that entertaining on social media, yeah, let's have you on Drag Race.
Imagine them scouting you and then you go home first.
Well, I also think that every season has a purpose and a point. Like Ru is not dumb and knows that production team and the executives. I think that the reason they're also
a show at the end of the day,
and they're bringing more of this like social media TikTok queens is for the fact that they are leaning that way where it's like. Listen, like this is the lifestyle of it. Like this is the new way, And I think they later on make a great point where for the people who want to start drag at a young age and can't go to the bar and have that accessibility, this is their outlet. So like, shout out to them. They definitely shifted my view. So
that's a great point.
True, love that. Okay,
and they're cunt. Like they're just cunt.
They're just cunt as fuck. They're truly cunt.
And they're mugs, bitch.
So unlike the first group, when Vivacious walks out, it's actually Vivacious.
Mother has arrived. They can't put on All Star, so they had a quick little cameo.
Right, and also like I love when Ru does that because it's like
paying respect.
Give the girls not even paying respect.
Give them a check.
Give them a check.
I saw Vivacious at my college, like a little party. Like she performed for this like quick little drag scene there. And that bitch turns the party. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a reason why, like, a lot of people know her as, like, a legend in New York City. Like, she's low-key cunt.
She's cunt as fuck.
And Ornisha.
High-key.
So then, the same, sorry.
Ooh. Is that breast milk?
So, the same like as the first group, the mini challenge for this group is basically a nod to season 2 of the premiere, and is when the girls are jumping off and they're jumping off into like a pool of foam, basically.
I think no, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was they sat on a motorcycle and the wind hits it.
Oh, true. What am I thinking of?
Vivacious this season. That's when they did that. Like they jumped into a foam pit.
Ornisha's just like shaking in the air.
Oh,
her pictures were rough.
Oh.
I live for this little callback though, because like I remember, like you could tell there's a big difference in now. Like,
of course,
like season 2, them bitches wigs were flying the fuck off, lashes off. These bitches came stamped, glued, and duct taped down. Like I love this little gig.
No, like them bitches were truly.
Shy Spice, she took that fucking wig right off, and Rue was like, "Did you want to put it back on? I think it'll be kind of fierce." And she's like,
No, lobbying it at her. She's like, bitch, put that wig on. That's all Rue had to say, pretty much. And
take that thing off your mouth.
But she knew what she wanted it to do.
No, it was really good. It was really good. I really liked.
How'd they get Mistress on that motorcycle?
How they what?
Got Mistress on that motorcycle. I know those tires were low after that shit. You had Little S Amethyst on it. Then you had Mistress. Boom! No shade, but like they should have gave her like a Jeep. That's the Tuck Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us. Oh.
You were so out of pocket. You were so out of pocket. Yo. Well, let's just say that this year the Queens have a lot of support on their ends, and they did a beautiful job. So I believe first up on the motorcycle, we end up having... Who was
Selena S. Titties.
Bingo. And I think she walks into that photo shoot and kind of breaks the ice. I like when Rue's like, all right, time to ride that hog. And she's like heading towards the boys and whatever. It was cute. It was a moment. I think her picture was average, but it was
cute.
In conditions, you know.
Yeah.
The wind was blowing.
No, it was definitely cute. The girls were giving, and I just think that, you know, Jax did really well. I really like Jax's. Even though, you know, Mistress also did really well. Like, that is a con aspect.
I think all she needed was that earring on her fucking ear and she would have won. Because she rocked it.
Right.
Robin
was having a little bit of a challenge, a little bit.
She was, and I think her pictures did come out a little, like, uncomfortable, and you can tell that.
Right.
But she made it. I think sometimes this is also a moment for Rue to realize like what queens are gonna work under the pressures that they're in, because you know someone could have sat there and been like, oh my god, feathers on my lip, like what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. But she really just made it work, and her picture still looked elegant.
Shout out to Sugar was having the time of her life on there. I remember Sugar was like laying back, like she was acting like a whole damn fool. Like I was living.
Right, and then of course the girls were clocking Spice because Spice, I think Sugar and Spice were both having like wig
malfunctions.
But Mistress helped them.
But then Sugar was like, I'm just going to get in this shade. And if it flies off, it flies off. But it didn't.
How did the shower cap stay on so good?
So good.
Like, that shit was not moving. I think that she knew that there was going to be water. I think she was supposed to be on the other episode because that bitch was ready for some wetness. That bitch had a shower cap on.
No, she literally had a shower cap ready. But it's also like, you know, I think, like she said, I just threw this wig on. It wasn't like, this wig is not pinned. This wig is not nothing. This wig is literally laying on my head. And if it flies away, I'm going to be gagged. So I'd rather serve a cunt in this shower cap.
Imagine being a bald queen during this episode and just like letting the... Shout out to Raymond. We miss you so much. You'll be here next season.
I'm gagged that they didn't know what wig glue was, though. Like...
You don't gotta glue it on TikTok. You just do a few little dances and
take it off.
I know, but
why would they glue? First of all,
they don't even tuck.
The reason why they have a full set of hair is because they literally don't have to glue them. Like, come on, you know,
That's true.
They just put it on, do a video, put it off, get paid.
I like though how like Mistress was kind of skeptical and obviously throwing shade, but like Mistress helped them like put the wig glue on. Like
I'm not gonna talk shit, but I'm gonna help her. Like, as she talks shit.
That's like like Selena wouldn't have done that. Selena would just been rolling her eyes, but like, oh.
No.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? And this is the things we be letting slide sometime. Right. Because this is the same way when Alaska threw that tantrum and was like, I will send you $10,000. It's a competition. At the end of the day, it's like, bitch, you're hungry. And it's like, if you're sitting there and you're going to a job interview, right? And you see the bitch who's going to sit there and either take your job or it's going to be you, or you're going to sit there and do a mock interview with the bitch and be like, let me see your resume. All right, let's run through some questions. No, bitch. But you could do it in the case of sisterhood. But I like what she said. You had to earn my sisterhood. She gave it to them to give it to them.
Yeah, you have to earn my sisterhood, but I also think that, you know, be a good person no matter
what. It's more than drag. Like Not even drag queens, being a person.
Yeah, be a good person no matter what. Like, at the end of the day, you doing that, Mistress doing that for the twins is going to come back to Mistress in 10 times more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's good karma.
You're going to see Mistress go up in this competition, probably just because of the fact, of course, she has good drag, but also she's going to have good energy because even though she was skeptical of these two girls, she still helped them. And she still said, girl, here's some glue. I don't mind your shit falling in front of Ru. Like, if she was really a hitting ass bitch, she would have said, I'm going to just let the girls have it.
And you could tell, like, during, like, the talent show, we'll talk about that later, like, she was living for the twins. Like, she was, like, animated with them, which I love.
She's not a hater.
She's just going to observe, and she's going to see what you give her, and she's going to judge it the way what you put on the table.
She was skeptical at first because of the social media aspect. She gave them a chance. They proved themselves, and now she's rocking with it. I don't, like, you know, Respect. I don't see why people needs to still be in a way like making faces and like being annoyed by them. Like, it's
the same bitches and like, oh, it's not a sister, and then bitch obviously not gonna be acting like that.
Right. And also like
but then that's where that sisterhood and like business kind of crosses a little bit, and you had to find that intersecting line because yes, I do think what you say will come back tenfold, and you do it off the kindness and being a good person, but I think to a certain extent, like, you know, yeah, help her out with some wig glue. But if it comes to a point where it's like, you got to take care of yourself first. I think Mistress is in a position where she knows what she...
You got to be Trinity the Tuck. Trinity the Tuck got her shit done in 30 minutes and then made everybody else's garment. Then won the competition and said, all of those 3 I made as well.
I was literally thinking that, like, that bitch, even like for her twinner, like she literally made Monet's outfit for that TikTok challenge. Literally. Like, did her shit, like, was ready. Like, that bitch could just sit back on that thing and just having a cigarette. No, she helped her sisters.
She helped her sisters. She helped herself first, of course, because I'm not going to put anybody else before me. But then she helped her sisters. She didn't have to help her sisters, but also look at Trinity's career.
Like, it just shows.
And Trinity has always been a helping ass bitch. So look at her career.
I admire She Devil by Night because I like how she's able to really almost like she knows herself well.
You're so shady. Anyways, so
I'm just trying to throw some shade. I love her though. She won all sorts for herself.
Who won out of this group? I forgot.
Lucy LaDuca.
And her picture was beautiful. Like, Mattel needs to, like, I'm sorry,
that's
Trixie.
a Barbie, Trixie.
Yeah, like, take notes.
So while the other girls, they announced that Trixie LaDuca won the mini challenge, the other group 1, is already at, you know, they're over here practicing for the choreography. So as group 1 is practicing for the choreography, we see that group 2 walks in on that.
That's a lot of bitches.
That's a lot of 16 girls, the biggest class of Drag Race
That's
ever.
A sex party.
No, that was
if I had one.
A Brooklyn one. You know what I'm saying.
So follow him at this lane girl.
Lord Jesus, anyways. Anyways,
I forget we're wearing these hats, girl. We're looking so cut and regal in these cute little hats.
We're shady.
Always shady. Never a lady.
Then the 2 groups come together, and there's already shade being thrown in the room. Some of the girls, you know, Aura Mayuri is trying to be the one that is, you know, I'm gonna choreograph. And Marsha is like, I was in Chicago.
I love how the twins the entire time.
I have a BFA.
Like,
the twins the entire time were kind of like eyeballing each other. I love that non-personal communication. They're both like this. And I just love that they have that, like, I love that, like, dynamic we have.
No, it's when Sugar looks at Spice and does the cute little eyebrow. He's like, I was like, my God, come on.
So you want to top them both?
Bitch, we could do whatever they want to do, bitch. 8-topping pizza. You're
going to top them and they're going to put you in drag. A 2-for-1.
Bet y'all do it in drag. I'll top them in drag. That would be fine.
That's a kai.
Bitch, we switching wigs.
They're not glued, so you'll be fine.
Bumping purses. Anyway.
Bumping telfars.
So, if you were in the workroom or whatever stage they're rehearsing at, and you have Marsha, and Aura, who would you like the choreo to be choreographed by?
Neither.
No shade.
I think out of the 2, I was gonna go with Marsha, and not because Shorty got to be a fae, but
because Shorty got to be a fae, and because she was in Chicago.
Well, no,
she just, you know, she good.
No, but now I'm taking it back because they go. Then I'm gonna be a hypocrite because at the end of the day, it's a competition, and I now look at Aura. Like, she was like, "Bitch, ain't nobody gonna do it. I'm gonna do it." But she did kind of cut Marsha off, and that's why I like Lux, because Lux is like, I think she just kind of did. Like, she's like, oh, do you have anything you want to share? And Lex is like, she just pretty much did say what the fuck she wanted us to do.
Right. And also, like, I just feel like, you know, Marsha is from Team 1, and Team 1 was already doing this. Like, you know, they were in the process. So I feel like of course we're
No, Aura was team 1 as well.
Yeah.
Huh?
Aura was team 1 as well.
Oh, true.
She was, I think like the way it showed within the confessionals and the way it rolled out, I think it did look like Aura was being a little catty, where it was a moment she could have been made it a collective, and I love the fact that Sasha kind of like was focused.
The mother.
Yeah, she was mother. She was just like, bitch, let's get through this 8 count, and then we worry about everything else. When they brought these other 8 queens in, I really think they didn't know what to expect, and at that point, I was looking at it like, I don't know where this choreography is going. I don't know how much time they have, but they better get it together because I want a good premiere, especially like. I'm still gagging over season 13's premiere, both of those episodes. Their numbers were great. The songs were amazing. So it was a moment for them to really show us what they got on the runway.
Right.
If y'all were in the workroom, would you be a queen that like stands back and lets everyone do it? Or would you put your like best foot forward and like, would you like want to help choreograph it and like lead it? Me, I wouldn't want to lead it. I would let the bitches do it and I'll just look cut in the back.
Yeah.
Especially, there's 16 girls.
Honestly,
I'll be fine.
If it was the same situation, there's 16 girls, I'm going to let some of the other girls take the lead. I'm going to just make sure that I'm serving cunt. Because
always
there's gonna be a time for me to shine, and you don't have to shine all the time. You just have to make sure you do a good job.
Period.
I think I would have played it like either Mistress or Lux or Sasha. Like one of the threes, because my commentary is gonna be heard, but I'm not gonna be like adding to wood to the fire. Like Mistress was just trying to get onto the 8 count. Sasha was just trying to get bitches to understand like we're gonna need to get this done, and Lux was just trying to be fair. So that would be my mindset. It's just like, yo. It don't matter who makes this shit up, because it comes down to how you're going to sell it. And I know I'm going to sell it well. So I'm going to make my piece and the statement heard, and then I'm going to fall back. 16
bottoms in a room, like, who do you really listen to? Like, really? Like, I don't trust any bottom.
No. So it's honestly crazy, and the girls get to fight in, and even Irene's like, can y'all just figure something out?
Oh my god, let's get into our motherfucking Irene. This is the bitch that I'ma chew her ass, and like I really don't know, mama, if they painted you in this light that night.
The one light,
but it was your one night only, and like I'm not like I'm looking at you right now because I don't know what was going on. I just wasn't feeling you like. Your look is good. Your outfits are good. And this is not even coming from a bitch. I could guess shade. You was being shaded. You and Mistress have that bonds or whatever. But it was just coming afterwards. I'm like, yo, just shut the fuck up. Like, our fucking mic. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was just acting.
It was definitely giving like, why you're doing way too much.
Like it was cute in the beginning, like that, like hee haha shade, like during the entrances. But like, bitch, let's get to work.
Right.
Like, let's make sure that this production is amazing. Like, I just feel like it was kind of unnecessary for her to keep going, and it's like, all right, girl, like let's keep it moving, bitch. Let's keep moving.
And this is not even to be like soft because, bitch, we've been for the last few seasons begging. We've been begging for the last seasons for drama and for scandal, and I think she was ready to bring that. I'm not gonna hold you. How long ago?
No, we're still recording on the
Oh, well.
Visuals.
So you can't see us, but right now we're actually having a threesome. We are in jock straps, and the glory hole's outside.
He's on a sex swing right now. But back to what I was saying, which was, I do think that we've been excited for some scandal and for some drama to be on the seasons, and I think she was ready to bring that, but it was just way too early on because of the fact that we had no backstory. It's kind of like when you watch... Shout out Zeus. When you watch like Jocelyn's Cabaret or Baddies and you're missing like one of the main contexts of the scandal, you're like, what's happening? I think she was bringing in energy from before they started recording. And would she have given us that maybe episode 3, it really would have rolled out well. But there's always All Stars.
All Stars looks like some stars right now. The way that they're casting. No shade, but...
Elaborate on that.
I will.
So wait, the girls...
Serena Chacha.
The girls did a number and the talent show?
I was drunk in the bar in the bathroom during the number, so I can't remember that.
No. Yeah, so they did, which I wish we got more visuals on that, but they ended up doing kind of like a pageant queen kind of vibes. They all had their little sashes, and I'm assuming they got to pick their own wardrobe, but they did do that number.
What do you guys think about the number? From what you remember,
it was serviceable. I feel like it's just hard to focus on like 16 queens. I feel like it's just hard to really like hone in and like even like look for my favorites and look for what everyone's doing. I felt like
I also don't like it when it's just 16 queens on the stage and it's an empty stage. I would love for some props. I would love for levels, you know. I would love for it to be more grand than just like 16 bodies on a stage.
At least a fog machine or something.
Yeah, something.
It was cute. I don't think that the song made the impact that like congratulations or
You're number one
is all over the world. Like those were songs that I'm like, it would live on and on. Like I listen to those every day.
It's Joey J.
I'm a gay ass bitch. I'm Joey J.
With no wig. Like I'm sorry.
Serving cunt.
That's not my type of cunt.
It shouldn't be.
It was serving twink.
It's serving just makeup.
But yeah, the performance was cute. It was nice. They got it done. And I think for it to be 16 bitches, they had great transitions. If you look at it over again, they have beautiful transitions and they made it work. So shout out to them. But now, runway.
But now they do their talent show performances before the runway.
Oh my God, gag.
So Malaysia Baby Doll Fox does an original song, which she did really good. It was okay.
It was a safe performance for me. It wasn't like, I wasn't like, ooh, but I wasn't like, yo, this bitch looks crazy.
Right.
Retweet.
Then we have Spice, who does an original song.
She fucking ate the mug. I think I like her mugs. I like her aesthetic a little bit more over than Sugar's. I feel like Spice has that like edgy Brad style where like Sugar's more like that like pink pop Brad style. I love Spice. I love the little mouth thing that she did, like give reminiscent to like Pandora Box on her talent show. I feel like it looked amazing.
I love every time I ask this question to someone, it just bounces back and forth who they like, whether Sugar or Spice. But her song was so catchy. Boys want to know where my dingalingo, where my dingalingo, where my dingalingo. And the fact that she had props too, well, not a prop, but the coffin is really what Ru said. Like the coffin brought it together. So she owns it. Shout out Spice. You know, you can never go wrong with too much spice.
I'm white, so I just like salt and pepper. So that's my type of shade.
So then we have Lux Noir London. And Lux Noir did an original song as well. And it was also like a good performance.
Not to be shady, but I feel like same with kind of Marsha. I feel like her paint is very like low key. Like I think her mug is stunning. I think like she is beautiful. I feel like what she does is right. But I just feel like she needs to paint a little bit more. It's giving just like more natural girl for me. I think she needs to like bigger lashes, more drag in the face, because like that performance was spectacular. I thought it was really good. Yeah. But I feel like what I'm missing from her is just that makeup, the high volume makeup.
Right. Well, when she wins that year supply of Anastasia's Cosmetics, she will be looking right. I do think
Sasha will share hers.
I think that Lux had a great performance. I actually had a little tidbit with people on Twitter about the situation because they were saying it wasn't all that. But for me, I liked it. I think she was able to keep everyone engaged and, you know, looking at her. Like at the end of the day, performing is about getting those eyes on you and maintaining them on you. And she did that. So shout out Lux.
Shout out to Love.
No shade, but like, are we gonna have a talent show just be everyone lip syncing their original track? Like, is that just everyone's talent?
What would you do for a talent? Quickly.
Girl, I would do gymnastics just like Jax did, but I would do a little bit better.
In heels? I would love to see that.
Yeah, Kevin. Let's be prepared.
Give me a few years.
I don't know what my talent would be. Probably like an original song, honestly. Like, because that's something you prepare and you do like a little choreography.
I feel like bottoming would be your best talent.
Yeah.
Like just get on stage, do what you best.
Bottoming.
What's yours?
I thought about this for a long time, and I think that I would really just go up there, and it would take a lot of practice, but I would just like throw a basketball in a hoop, you know, and drag.
You're gonna be Irene. You're gonna be
Someone's gotta go home first.
Someone's gotta go home first. So thank you for giving it to the girls. Next we have
crossing that one off my list.
Isabel Brooks, who does another original song. And
I love that she had the prop of the RuPaul chocolate bar. Like that shit was so fucking like Mistress. I loved her performance. She's one of my tops.
Really good.
I don't think she's a top though.
Then we have Lucy LaDuca, who does a live singing. And of course, Lucy DeLuca was also gassing herself up, saying that she was the Christina Aguilera of the season. So then she gets on stage and...
Choices.
You know, she was definitely not drinking green tea before this performance.
She needed some honey, girl, on that.
Maybe the vocals.
It gave me Fifi O'Hara and All Stars 2. When like you go out there like, I'm going to sing live. I'm not going to do this lip sync shit that these other bitches are doing. I would rather her lip sync.
No, literally, those vocals they were so rough that it sounded like the streets of North.
They looked rough, period. But it's the thing that makes me chuckle is that this is in front of Ariana Grande.
I know, right?
I wouldn't know what to do.
Ariana took a lunch break during her performance. She had a smoke break. She hit the puff bar in the back real quick.
Ariana said, "Where's my pop bar chat?"
She said, "Child,
Y'all brought me over here for this.
And, you know, I definitely, you know, I challenged Lucy to try live singing again and gag the girls.
I think it
Because
was.
she posted something on social media, like a video of her singing. She was like, "Just for other girls that are coming for me, look at a picture."
I was a girl coming for her."
And you know, of course,
We all are.
Do what you gotta do to defend yourself. But I think there's something about redemption, and if you do bad on a challenge, then coming back for that same type of challenge and eating it up is the way to redeem yourself.
It's the redemption arc. It's really good.
Absolutely. I think also the pointers that Michelle gave to her, which was
Stop singing live.
no, she went with an upbeat song and then couldn't do upbeat, choreography. So that also took away from the performance.
Right. Then we have Marsha, who did a ballet routine, ballet/comedy. Basically, she did a routine of ballet, and then she revealed a picture on a tripod, and it was a picture of Ross, and it was just so funny because she was basically making like this dance of how she was like in love with Ross,
like a stalker vibes,
like stalker vibes, and then she takes the photo and then like throws it on the bed and like humps it, and it was
good. I loved it,
and it was hilarious, but it was also giving like
your face right now.
And Wellington, how did that make you feel for someone to have a picture of your husband and do that to it?
Right. Then we learned that Ross is married to a guy named Wellington. I was like, okay.
The hilarious Ross Matthews.
Right. I was like,
congratulations.
Oh, congrats, Pooh.
Right.
You're going to get that white money.
I know. And he's also Dominican.
Huh?
Yeah, he's Dominican.
Oh, Wellington. I said Ross Matthews is Dominican.
Shout out to our Dominican viewers and listeners. We love you so much. Again, my Instagram is @k.evink.
Rob Matthews is definitely not.
Jasmine Masters.
Then we have Robin Fierce, who is doing a lip sync, and she was giving fierce. Robin walked out of from the back, hopping onto the stage. She was giving it. She was doing death drops. She was giving
those
it.
legs. Her legs look. Oh my god!
That padding is so
bitch.
well done.
I was like, when the fuck was this show 3D? Like, I felt like she was about to kick me. Like,
I know,
the way she owned that stage and to have no props. I really can't tell you what the song was about, but the outfit was cute. I don't know if you looked really close. She almost had like one or two slip ups, but again, she had the itty bitty ass fucking. They were high heels, but they were stilettos. No, she owned it.
She did really, really good.
It was cute.
Then we have Irene Dubois, who did a comedy routine. The girl got on the biggest stage of Drag Race.
Biggest.
And
MTV.
Put out a table and pour some water into a cup.
At this point of the night, I was already 8 twisted teas in. Don't judge me for drinking twisted teas, but girl, they do what they need to do and they get me twirling. I was fuming watching my TV. And this is because of the fact, I might have just said I would go up there and play basketball, but I'm just trolling her. Shorty went up there and made a cup of water. And trust me, I love some dry humor, right? My thing is, I was raised on Mad TV where Shorty did 3-minute meals and all of that jazz, but she did not sell it to us. And that's the part that pissed me off because kind of like what Lux said, everyone's trying to do the most obscured thing and top it off, but it's not going to always land. And it did not land. She dropped that cup and it spilled. So clean up on aisle fucking main stage.
Yeah, it was definitely,
She was going for that like Willow pill, like that kind of out of the box type of vibe. Cause like, but Willow's was like entertaining at least. Like it was kind of funny. Like hers was just kind of flat for me. Like I feel like, again, like you were saying, like you're on the biggest stage in front of Ariana Grande, RuPaul, like, and you're gonna make a glass of water.
I know, right?
And she was talking on Twitter about like, oh, like I had so much more that they didn't show, but bitch, you were making a glass of ice water. What kind of more have they showed?
It was cringe.
Yeah, and also like not a lot of other girls had bad performances, so we were already like in a group of girls that did all good. So to be someone that does bad, it's like you stand out even more because there's not a lot of you guys. A lot of the girls did really, really well. Right after her, we have Anitra, and she does an original song in Taekwondo, and this girl just
walk that fucking duck, bitch.
Quack.
She literally. Death drop, twist, up, down.
She death dropped and then her body pushed herself back up. The smoothest death drops. I feel like that bitch ate for me. Like it was 10 out of 10, 5 stars.
And she had that little train behind her. So the entire time I'm like, bitch, don't trip on this. Don't fucking trip on this.
And the way she walked out on the runway, giving fear.
Spelling her name, giving us the syllables and the fucking vowels. Bitch, know who I am.
I saw that like Aja right now is like tweeting about her negatively about like the ballroom scene and like how duck walking and everything. And I'm like, just let the girl live.
Wait, so what was Asha saying? Like,
so first of all, it wasn't negatively. I think it was more constructive, and came from a point of the fact that ballroom is the foundation of all of this. So it's like what I think Leomi was saying was a little bit shut out because Leomi's saying it was cultural appropriation. At the end of the day, I feel like it's our gay culture, so we're allowed to experience it.
For girls to be doing it on Drag Race
because you don't know the history, or you're not doing it full out, or you're not doing correctly. In a way, it's kind of like a mockery is what it was kind of being painted as. I think later on, Aja was making the point of this is what a real duck walk looks like, but shout out Anitra because you did your thing. In the sense of knowing what is the foundation of it. It's kind of like if you have a busted up ass queen, or similar to how the queens are looking at the social media TikTok queens, where it's like you don't know what it's like to be on a taxi cab in a full drag, trying to get to this gig, getting in the gig, hoping that you make XYZ amount of money and that the fucking bar owner doesn't play you. There's like a path of lineage to it that you had to learn. And I think that's where that situation was arising from with Aja. I don't think at the end of the day it should be a situation like that, because we should be giving our flowers to all of our queer. Like even here, we're sitting here and we're having our conversations, but it takes balls to like really make it happen and do it and own it. So shout out to her. I think she ate that shit the fuck up. I can't stop watching it, and like effortless.
It's also the most viewed video ever to come out of Drag Race. I saw like on literally like 8 million. Like that bitch ate, and like we're all giving her flowers as we should. Like I feel like she really, really did the girl.
No, she did really good, and I think that she did amazingly great. Press the escape button, yeah. So I think that she did really, really good. Then we have Sugar, and Sugar did another, Sugar and Spice performance. It was also cute as well.
I think it's hard to like not relate them back to each other, because I feel like Spice did so good. Like you're coming as twins, like you're going to be related back to each other and compared. I just like Spice's was so much more like engaging and funny, whereas Sugar's was kind of like, okay, like she's lip syncing.
I think when you watch, I don't know if you watched it again, but when you run it back and you listen to the lyrics, and that's what I've realized with a lot of the original songs, the songs are kind of like saying, it's like an intro of who they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's what kind of got me with Sugar a little more. I'm like, okay, like Shorty is, she has there's a brain in there, beauties and brains.
Yeah, definitely.
Just not with glue.
Then we have Princess Poppy, and she does a comedy routine.
So funny. I thought she was going to be a top.
Yeah, it was really hilarious. And she did really well. And, Princess Poppy's doing really good.
I just loved how it was super different from everyone else doing a lip sync track. I feel like it was also very funny. Like the whole herpes sore gag was like, I genuinely thought she was going to be a top.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, I was trying to figure out, I remember she had the little parasite. I think she owned it, and I think it was also a brilliant nod to, in a way, Alaska. If you realize with Alaska Tenderfuck or the pound cake, it's something that you could bring, it's something you can sell, it's something that
it becomes a brand.
Exactly, and I think she knows what she's doing, because she's gonna be able to use that shit. Like Boss is already like planning this bitch's tour,
Yeah, remember you're not allowed to.
I got you.
Yeah,
the reality rundown.
Anyways, then we have Selena Estides, and she does an original song.
It was good. It's funny because, like, as you could tell, like, I think from Instagram, her and Ariana have, like, a past, like, they're friends because, like, being in LA, everything with Frankie Grande. I was very, like, if you're going to be doing it from, like, your best friend, your best Judy, I just feel like it wasn't that good. I feel like you could have done a lot more.
Wait, hold on. Run that back. They friends?
They friends.
Yeah.
She's the only one that Ariana reposted and commented on.
Wow.
And there's pictures of her and Frankie Grande.
Okay, but that's kind.
But that performance wasn't.
It was alright.
If you can't remember it, then that says enough, mama.
No. Are you fucking bugging, bitch? Hold on now. Yeah. She does Find Your Light. I think it was a beautiful message. I think she performed it and owned it well. And she also had a cute little reveal. I ain't see it coming, but she owned it. She had a little props. She did a little red carpet moment. It was good. It was all about finding your light. And I think it wasn't like, and it's also episode 1. Grace.
But you saw what Anitra did on episode 1.
You got me there, girl.
He gagged you.
Thank you.
He gagged you. Then we have Amethyst, who does a lip sync, and she does a lip sync dressed as like mom drag, and she has
I think I thought it could have been really funny because it was like, oh, where's my baby, like with the song,
right.
And the baby was in the back and she's drunk. I feel like she got so nervous being on the stage that she revealed the gag way too fast. Like I feel like the gag should have been like the last 5 seconds where that bitch walked out and then revealed the baby. Everyone got their laughs, but then what's the rest of lip sync? Like the song's "Where's My Baby, Bitch, We Found It," and now you still have a minute left of your track.
Right. It was very. It was definitely, definitely weird.
Yeah, I definitely missed that punchline.
Yeah.
The jokes got in front of her.
Yeah, and I think that's what she found herself. Where she found herself. Then we have Aura Mayari.
This was trash. I'm sorry.
How you like that?
Like, okay, in boots.
She was doing it to Blackpink, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it was just not like one. Like, you're wearing sneakers, basically you're wearing flats. Like,
it didn't give what I thought it was going to give, especially when you were fighting Marsha for choreography.
and you walked into the workroom already to do cack, and then now you're on the stage, and it's like
Out of breath at that. It was a chunky heel, not a flat. I will say that it pissed me off that she wasn't in a heel. And not only if you were not gonna wear heels, but to give that soft ass hip hop, bitch, that was not hip hop. That was like lyrical.
and the scenery in the back was like all the hearts. Like, I did not get it. Like, it was. I thought she was gonna be a bottom.
No, she said, "Let me. Y'all gonna use that? Let me use it real quick." Ba-da-da-da, put it on and did what she thought she did. But
well, to a girl that ate her lip sync, now we have Sasha Colby, who did such an emotional,
I loved it.
groundbreaking performance.
Like, I love how like she can get ugly. I love how she brought like the 2 fingers in her mouth and dragged herself to the floor. Like, and she spoke about it later on her Instagram. Like, even watching it, like, you could feel like she is a captivating ass performer. Like, she doesn't need to do the bells and whistles with the splits because she probably could do that. But like with this, she started slow. She started emotional. She had the gag with the straight jacket, and I was fully in love with it, and I thought she was gonna be a top.
Yeah.
I think to touch back to what you said of Carrie being the door and her being the house, and you saying that's a daughter and that's a mother, that's why she's mother. I think she knew what to present to us. She's known already to be so regal and so beautiful and elegant that she showed us what Carrie was missing throughout her season, was showing us that quote unquote the ugly, that you can get goofy, that you can let yourself loose. When she let those buns off of her head,
Right.
I felt like I was on stage with her, and I think Anitra definitely owned it. She ducked the fuck walk, but I think she deserved to be on the top.
Yeah, she definitely deserves to be on the top, and her, it was just amazing. Then we have Jax, and Jax, Jax gags the girls.
That bitch was jump roping, like, to talk about Carrie.
Her
like, Carrie
hair.
jump rope, but this bitch jumped rope. Like, and she was doing, like, 1-footed jump ropes in heels. Like, that bitch was eating.
Rolling her eyes at that, too.
And then she takes off the jump. Again, the jump rope is her actual hair.
Hair, braids.
Effortlessly. No gag, no stuck on it.
Right, no stuck on it.
No vivacious with the zipper.
She takes it effortlessly and then starts gagging the girls by flipping literally in the air.
That bitch was, from a technical standpoint of cheerleading, her back handsprings, the way that, it was gorgeous. Like,
Simone Biles.
like she was undercutting in the best way at the end to do the body roll. Like, that bitch really ate.
Tense across the board.
Yes, flowers to Jax.
Like, I just loved it.
I'm really happy she had that moment because I know that going into the season, a lot of girls were like, she's not gonna give, or they were like criticizing her a lot. But I think that she gagged the girls, and she kind of started quiet, and I love the fact that she really like had that big bang moment at the end.
I'm glad she's getting her flowers because she does seem kind of like reserved a little bit and like very cute and like calm, and like I love that she got to be able to also like get her flowers to like RuPaul.
Yeah.
Especially at her young age. Like, I feel like that was probably a really amazing moment for
And
her.
just gagging RuPaul, like,
No, bitch, they had their jaws on the ground.
RuPaul has no gag reflex. He cannot be gagged.
and also like, she did that week 1. That's huge.
But what more can she bring now? Because we saw her back handsprings. What else?
So there's so many girls. So instead of going through every look, I want you guys to give your top 3 and your bottom 2. Okay.
3's a lot, so I'm gonna stick with what I know and just say that I think Sasha absolutely ate. I feel like it was also a homage to her Continental run with that outfit. I feel like she looked absolutely stunning, like gorgeous. And then I feel like my bottom was definitely Amethyst's. I just feel like it did not give me the wow sensation. It did not give me anything. It wasn't the tea for me.
I definitely like Sasha. I think that Sasha Colby did a really good job when it came to her look. It looked so regal when she walked out with that headpiece. That headpiece was just everything, and I really, really loved Sasha's look. I also really loved Sugar and Spice. I love how they did a nod at
the Disney queens.
Ariel and Belle. I think that they looked really amazing, and also I really liked Robin Fierce. Robin Fierce in that Ice Queen look, she looked regal. She looked expensive. She looked really beautiful. So I think those would be my top 3, and I think my bottom 2 would definitely be Amethyst because it was a little bit underwhelming. And I would also say, let me see, 1 more second. I think I will also say bottom 2.
Wow.
I love that it's hard for us to look at a bottom. I feel like this season goes to show that like these bitches are good.
I would say Ara
Oh, that was quick. That was quick.
I think I would say Ara Mayari just because it was so similar to all the looks that we've
She had 3 pleather black outfit looks in the same color hair.
I know that it was signature drag. That was the category of the runway.
Yeah.
But still, it was just like you could have given me signature drag and still look different.
Yeah.
And I think
at least with the silhouette.
Right. And I guess that I could give the same thing to Marsha because Marsha also looks very similar. But Marsha looks cute.
No, Marsha is a cutie. I definitely have to say, just to switch it up a little bit, my top is Selena's titties. One of my tops, Selena's titties. Definitely Robin. And I'm gonna say, oh my god, but I do love the twins. They're both there together.
Yeah.
The twins gagged me, and I'm telling you, that first episode they won my heart from
beginning to end.
In the beginning I wasn't too crazy about it, but then when I rewatched it the second time, and I just see their quality of their drag, I'm like, wow.
And those look so beautiful.
No, so it's not good because that could easily be confused for a Halloween, right? And I think Mistress, I like Mistress a lot because I think she dressed so well for her size. And not only that, but it had a meaning where she's from Texas, you know what I mean? And my last one, Selena's titties, because I love that nod to the jean touch, the jean looks, and I think she made it well. It could have been lost really quick to be like, oh, it's still giving boy, but she still made it girl. She made it drag.
Interesting.
I loved Mistress's. How do you say her name? Mistress's nod to Terry Mugler too, because it was a Terry Mugler inspired look. And if y'all can't see right now, but I'm getting some. Just kidding. I loved Mistress's Terry Mugler reference. I feel like she looked amazing. I feel like, again, she knows her body well, which is good. And I feel like I feel like her mug is never not gonna look stamped.
Yeah.
That mug is always gonna be sitting pretty.
I agree. I think so too. I think that Mistress looks really nice. So, the top 2 were Anitra and who was the other one?
Jax and Marsha, top 3.
Jax and Marsha. Those were the top 3 of the week. And on the bottom, we have Amethyst and Irene.
And Lucy.
And Lucy as well. So when you have
wait, sorry, to touch on Lucy, yes, I did love her runway too. It was a touch too.
Her runway was really good.
To Britney. Oh, it was iconic, yes.
Her runway was really good.
She's beautiful.
When you have, so you have Irene, you have Amethyst, and you have Lucy. Who goes home?
Amethyst, Irene, and Lucy. Yeah, I think we made the right choice originally. I'm sending Irene packing. From that performance alone, she had my blood boiling. You're disrespectful to come on the stage and ever attempt to do a damn glass of water. I don't give a fuck if you had 5 more minutes. I don't give a fuck if you had 30 seconds. It was a terrible idea, just like my basketball.
Work. I feel like I agree. I feel like Lucy definitely was not going to be in the bottom 2. I feel like there's so much more that even RuPaul knows that she has the show. Right. But I feel like the bottom 2 is 100% justified. I feel like honestly, it was a good lip sync. I wasn't gagged, but I feel like at least for me, it could have been a double sachet, low key. Send the both bitches home.
For real.
No, honestly.
I'm not gagged if she stayed or gone.
No, honestly. It could have been a double sachet away, honestly.
It's going to be a long season. Let's get these bitches out now.
Let's get these bitches out now.
I'm sure we'll have a double elimination, but I think Amethyst showed what she brought.
A double elimination, a triple safe, a triple elimination, and then 3 girls are
a lip sync competition.
Ain't no chocolate bars.
They're going to bring Vivacious back for one.
They get lip sync assassin Vivacious.
No, literally.
With the same fit.
That's their only fit.
This week, the challenge is you guys are all going.
I love that they recreated her fit though. That's kind of iconic.
It's really iconic.
But who wore it best?
So then, the bottom 2 are Amethyst and Irene, and then the girls lip sync and Irene goes home.
And the winner of the week's challenge is also none other than the fucking queen of the duck walk. Walk that fucking duck is Anitra. I think her win was justified. I feel like out of all the original songs and all the performances, she was gagging us. Like, it was just like she had the fucking duck walking to the fucking death drops to the fucking like
Up in the wood.
She could have like fucked that up and like missed the wood, but that shit was
on that dress.
like that bitch ate.
And I love the fact that like in a way like the judges gagged Sasha and making her safe because
Humbled her.
Because it was like humbling. It was like, we know you're good.
Yeah.
And you know you're good.
You're safe.
You're
like
on top, man.
Right, like you're like,
because her expectations are a little bit different than someone like an Anitra, a Marsha, or a Jax. Like, bitch, you're coming in as mother. Like, your expectation, like, obviously, I think she did fucking amazing, but like, it's with the judges. Like, your expectation to be that much higher. Like, you need to fucking wow us. But I feel like safe was good for her. I feel like it was a safe high.
It was a safe high. It was definitely a safe high, and also it was a lot of girls.
16 bitches.
Oh my god.
And Vivacious.
And Vivacious.
And Ariana.
And Ariana. So, I mean...
How would you feel in this situation? Would you want to be week 1 a winner, or would you want to be at least safe?
No, I want to be safe until there's 5 left. I don't care to win any challenges into Snatch Game or after.
I agree. You don't want to peak too early because I feel like she could win and then like have a shitty... Like, we've seen a lot of like girls who win and go home.
Moment where I win, make it to the top 5 and flop. And
that was justified.
And also, I was also like an Olivia Lux fan, and I saw how she did amazing in the beginning of the competition. She was eating the girls up, and we were even like, "How can these girls go against Olivia Lux?" No.
But then look at Simone. Simone had her moment, and she almost cracked, but she continued. Like she looked.
I'd rather just play it safe until the competition is getting towards the end than that is after Snatch Game. Snatch Game on American Drag Race is when okay.
It's the real queens come to play.
There's 8 girls left. And we're gonna play.
That's gonna be juicy.
Not week 3, girl. I would like to be like almost like what Wellington said, but I want to be like a high safe, like win-win. Like, but you know what? I would love. I'm not gonna be lying. I would love a bottom. I'm a bottom who wants the bottom.
You want to be on the bottom on the first fucking...
Not the first night, baby. Like, throughout the... Like,
be at the bottom if it's not my turn. If it's not truly my turn.
Because I want to gag the girls.
You could really go home on some shit.
Bitch, off of nothing. Who knows what Ru's gonna do? Pull out a lipstick type shit.
And also, what if that's just not your song?
But bang!
My luck, it's like a Spanish song, and I'm over here like...
Like, you know what I'm saying? What if it's just not your song? I'm not going home.
No, and
I will not let the girls kick me out. I'm not...
I want to be the first queen to get eliminated from fighting.
Best man I ever know. No, I'm not going home.
I'm from Chicago. You're gonna really fight?
I would love to be like a first queen that does something like... I want to be the first queen that gets kicked off for fighting.
When I throw a shoe, Ru.
Or like the first queen to bring illegal drugs like poppers. And then act and lie like Willem.
Willem is an icon.
I love Willem. Shout to their podcast, Mom Plus, and all that. Like that is Race Chaser is the podcast and that platform Mom Plus. Like that is amazing.
For creating that. That's really dope.
Like I listen to y'all in the shower when I'm douching.
And shout out to Hattie in Closet and the Essence of Beauty, Jada Essence Hall.
Work.
So okay, girls. I mean,
who's everyone's winner? Like who's everyone's like go-to winner?
So I think my go-to winner, honestly, is Sasha Colby. Because I just after seeing that look, I just feel like a winning moment would look regal on her. But I will also love to be gagged and like I want to see Sugar and Spice in the finale.
Oh my god, yeah.
That would be a gag.
I definitely want to see Sugar and Spice in the finale. I really hope that they really, really take this competition serious and they really just gag us. I really think that Robin Fierce could gag us too. I really think that Mistress is gonna be in the finale.
Yes, I would love for her to be a winner. The first big girl winner.
I want Mistress and Mistress, Lux, or Selena's titties. I think that's my top 3.
I will say this is just such a good cast. Like, honestly,
there's no fillers. There's no boogers.
There's no fillers. All of these girls are polished. Their drag is good. What they lack in, they make up in the other things. So if some lack
agreed.
If you lacking at someone else ain't lacking, then shut the fuck up.
Right. So like,
I agree with
that
that.
are really, really, really talented. you know, they have really good runways, but you know, they're more about talent. And the girls that may not have like all that talent, they have really good runways.
Absolutely.
So I really feel like this cast is so very well balanced. And you know, even like Irene went home.
She still looked good.
Yes.
Good.
It could be anyone's season, to be honest.
It's honestly anybody's season.
Which I love, because I hate when it's like super predictable. Like a season like a Bob the Drag Queen season, like you could kind of tell, like
Bianca the real season.
like you just kind of could tell. But like I love how this season, like Rue didn't look to cast no fillers. Like he casted the best of the best, the 16 best of the best, like, and it makes us as viewers like even more elated, because like it's just more excited to watch, because you're not like, oh, I like blank, but I know they're gonna go home. Like, bitch, I can't tell you. I don't like who's next. Like I can't tell you.
Shade, you don't have to sit to Jiggly Caliente getting by. You don't have to sit to a Serena Chacha getting by.
Except for Serena.
And when I'm saying I'm saying them in their first seasons. Like you don't have to sit to like a Shangela getting by. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when those girls came in their first seasons and they were so bad that they were just trying to get by with little things. Like you don't have to sit through.
Or
that.
production would keep them because it was good TV.
Yeah,
it's
like you know, all of these girls give,
and they're all good TV.
They're also all good TV. They're reading each other. I saw this that they were on the Out and About podcast, and Mr. said, you know, I think that we're all very aware on the fact that we're filming a show and we're creating television, and I think that that's really what sets us apart from season 14 is because we're all here like making sure that we're putting on good television.
Yeah,
and I really love that because it's a competition and you're supposed to be truly yourself, but you're also creating television, so you know, give the girls something to gag on.
That's kind of like why I think I loved so much of season 13, because it kind of had that natural narrator where I've been in the beginning. Cornbread was not that season. Cornbread was the season before. But then, like, I feel like Candy definitely narrated that season. Like, she pitched all those questions, at least in the Untucked, where it started conversation with them.
Because you could tell the seasons when, like, you could tell that production is like pushing them into talking, like, hey, blank, like, how was your drag upbringing? Where like with this group, like, there's naturalness from it. There's like a fluidity to all of them where it's just like, yes, we're gonna love and hate it, but like I just love the storylines. Like everyone that I can look at like has a storyline that I can get by and get with.
Okay, this episode is legit about to be 2 hours, so let's wrap it up. I mean, it was a huge premiere to recap, so of course this episode is definitely gonna be long.
Too many queens.
I don't know if we should do like a part 1 and part 2. I don't know, but anyways, one word. Looking forward to the season.
Sasha Colby.
That's two.
One word looking to the season.
Like what are you like?
Erotic.
Erotic. Okay. I am intrigued. I'm
gagged.
And you're gagged. Okay, well, with that being said, make sure that you guys are following us on Twitter at The Talk Podcast and on Instagram at The Talk Podcast. And make sure that you guys are subscribing to The Talk Podcast.
Y'all can listen, but y'all better get that subscribe, girl.
Right, subscribe to us, give us a rating, let us know what you think. If you guys want, for us to focus on certain things when it comes to the episodes, let us know. We're trying to be really creative. We're also trying to give you more than just recaps, so we're trying to get to brainstorming and see what other things we can do on the podcast, not just like recapping episodes.
We do have a little surprise for you. It's gonna be for the finale episode, but you will see how that comes down just to get y'all excited.
And we're super excited to show you everything that we got. Stay tuned to figure out and find out my drag name, and tune in next week for episode of The Tuck.
For another episode of The Tuck. Because we have served you the shade. What does women say?
This is the tea, and you decide the shade. Untuck. This is the tea, and you decide the shade.
Okay.
The Tuck by Reality.
See you next week. Bye.
Kisses.